Hi, today I'm going to be presenting 2018 AMC 10B problem number 21. Mary chose an even four-digit number n. She wrote down all the divisors of n in increasing order from left to right. 1, 2, n over 2, and then n. At some moment, Mary wrote 323 as a divisor of n. What is the smallest possible value of the next divisor written to the right of 323? So the way we're going to solve this problem is 323 is obviously 324 minus 1. 324 is 18 squared, so 323 can be written as 18 squared minus 1. 1 is 1 squared, so 323 can be written as 18 squared minus 1 squared. And that's a difference of squares. So we can factorize to get 323 is 18 plus 1 times 18 minus 1, which means that 323 is 19 times 17. So we're going to use process of elimination to solve this problem. So we're going to first try option A. If that doesn't work, we're going to try B. If that doesn't work, we'll try C. If that doesn't work, we'll try D. And if that doesn't work, we'll try E. And the first one that works we encounter, then that's going to be our answer because it's written left to right, and that's least to greatest. And if we go left to right, the smallest possible value will be the one we encounter, the first one we encounter. So let's try 324 first. 323 is 19 times 17. 324 is 18 times 18. They don't have a common factor, so we multiply to find the LCM. We're multiplying to find the LCM because n has to be divisible by both 323 and 324 if they're factors of n. So if we find the LCM, we're going to find the lowest common multiple of 323 and 324 that they divide, like n divides both of them evenly. So we multiply because you don't have a common factor, so we multiply to find the LCM. We don't need to find LCM, we can just find a common multiple, but we're going to find the LCM to keep it simple. 323 times 324 is greater than 9,999, or it has more than 4 digits. So we can't use this because it said it has to be a 4-digit number then. So we can cross out 324. Let's try 330 next. 330 is 2 times 3 times 5 times 11. 323 is 19 times 17. They don't have a common factor either, so we multiply to find the LCM. If we multiply, we find that that's greater than 4 digits too, so we can't use option B either. So now next let's try 340. 323 is 19 times 17, and 340 is 2 squared times 5 times 17. The common factor is 17. This has a common factor, which is 17. The LCM of 340 and 323 is 19 times 17 times 2 squared times 5. Because if we find the LCM of two numbers, we see whatever common factor they have, cross out one of them, and just multiply the rest. 323 times 20 is the same as 19 times 17 times 2 squared times 5, because 19 times 17 is 323. 2 squared times 5 is 20. So we multiply. This is even and has 4 digits, because it has to be that. It has to be even, has to be 4 digits. So this works. We found the answer, but just to make it interesting, let's try the other ones and see which ones work, not just the least one. So next let's try 361. 361 is 19 times 19. 323 is 19 times 17. They have a common factor, which is 19. The LCM of 361 and 323 is 19 times 19 times 17, which is 361 times 17. Because we cross out one of the factors and multiply the rest. But this is odd and has 4 digits, but it's still less than 9,999. No multiple of this works because any other multiple exceeds 4 digits. Notice I said we have to find the LCM over here? It's not always true. We can also find a common multiple and it'll still divide 323 and 324 commonly. So first we'll find the LCM, and then we'll see that if we multiply by some multiple, if it exceeds 4 digits and if it's even or not. In this case, it's more than 5,000. So if we multiply by any multiple, it's going to exceed 4 digits. 5,000 because 5,000 times 2 is 10,000, which already exceeds 4 digits. This is greater than 5,000, and no multiple of it works. Next, let's try. So 361 doesn't work. Next, let's try 646. 646 is 19 times 17 times 2, or just 323 times 2. 323 is 19 times 17, or it's just 323. We don't really need the prime factorization to find LCM. The common factors are 19 and 17, or just 323, and to find the LCM, we can cross out one of the factors and multiply the rest. So 2 times 323 is going to be the LCM. The LCM of 646 and 323 is 19 times 17 times 2, or just 323 times 2, which is 646. It's even, but it has 3 digits, so it looks like it's not going to work. But if we multiply by 2, we get a 4-digit even number that actually does work. So 646 actually will work. Because notice I said earlier again, the LCM, we don't have to find only the LCM. We can just find a common multiple. So if we multiply by 2, we get a 4-digit even number that works. But we already got the answer earlier. We just wanted to try out the rest because it's just interesting. But the answer is already just C.